All right. We are starting in our simple sitting, right? Pretty simple sitting posture of our chair. Just finding that alignment, right? So you'll have our sit bones around the middle or so of the chair, maybe a little bit forward. Our thighs are parallel, the knees facing forward in line with the toes are facing forward. Knees stacked over the ankles, the same way like you would do in a lunge or warrior two. Roll the shoulders back and down a couple times. Sit tall, wave your body back into the sit bones and bring that squeeze, that sit bone contraction, the butt squeeze into play here. Of course, you can play around with your butt squeeze contraction any way you like, but do keep that awareness there. Your hands anywhere that feels comfortable to you. Close your eyes. And enjoy this moment that you have given to yourself to step away from any busyness. To bring your attention to the things that are directly around you and inside you, not concerned with things that are outside of this space. Breath moving in and out through the nose if you can, tongue at the bottom of the mouth, hearing that echoing breath from that open throat. And visualize that you are surrounded by this kind of white cloud or a white mist. And it is full of all the energy that you put into it. When you exhale, you are filling that bubble around you with all your good intentions, gratitude, love. When you inhale, you draw it in again, you invoke it. Let all that energy fill you and heal you. And as you exhale, you share it back out into that bubble. So you're really just letting that energy around you expand further than just your internal body. Let yourself feel it, like a little mist cloud around you. This whole practice. And letting your eyes flutter open. We're actually going to start today with a twist. So turn yourself over to the right, scooting up into the back of the chair. And your choice to keep your legs straight and parallel, or you can take your right leg and cross it over the left one time, or a double for those eagle legs. Just kind of depends on how you're feeling today, your choice. Taking your hands to the back of your chair, your inhales to sit up tall and find length. Your exhales twist over to your right. It's our first movement. Notice those little stiff places. Feel free to shift your body weight around a little bit. Explore, gaze back behind you, or of course bring movement to the mat if it needs it today. Feel that twist through the belly, and we still move the belly big with the breath. As we move and open our spines, and we open our joints, we start to let our own internal awareness and energy flow. That little energy cloud you're holding around you, maybe it grows a little bit brighter, a little bit bigger. And our next inhale, gently come back through center and spin yourself around over to your left. Scoot up into the chair. Hands to the back of the chair. Your inhales, every inhale, find a little bit of that feeling of length. And every exhale, that feeling of twisting a little bit more, opening up our spines, kind of unlocking our spines, our backs. We're going to play with having the legs just touching together or crossing the left leg over the right, and again, just feeling which one is nicer. For me today, it feels good to have them uncrossed. Breathe. Take me to the doctors, a ship without a name that is sailing to the middle of the sea. If you are exploring movement, notice those little sounds in your own body. My body pops and cracks all the time, so that's what I hear. And gently return through center. Take your time. Recenter onto the chair. And inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Try to touch your palms and look up if we can. And exhale, we're going to pull those elbows out and back and come halfway forward. Just halfway. Gazing slightly down to the back. The neck is smooth. Stay there. Check to make sure your feet are still parallel, toes forward. You're squeezing shoulder blades into the spine. Feel your upper back muscles contract and activate. Inhale, stretch up, palms touch, gaze past your fingers. Do it again. Exhale, squeeze, shoulders back and down halfway forward. 2 more times. Lift and touch, inhale. Exhale, squeeze, halfway down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Now here, let it go all the way into your forward fold with the hands or elbows on the legs or all the way down to the ground. Bring a tightness into your pelvic floor. Notice the sensations down your back. Big belly breath. And gently we walk it up. And also just knowing that when you do, just a little note, when you're doing forward folds in the way that your legs are up into your belly and chest, or you can do it just like this. You can do it on your backs. We do it on our backs a lot. That kind of self little balling it up, it actually reduces anxiety, calms the nervous system in the body. So sometimes if you are having just one of those days, something just as simple as hanging over the thighs, even hugging around the legs, just creating that little self-hug, little self-ball, just breathing. And it's a really, really great way to activate that parasympathetic nervous system that kind of releases stress. Yeah, so just a little, note to get into your everyday life. All right, from here, hands either can hold on to the chair or you can bring them to the heart any way you like. We're going to start to move this right leg up. And we're going to take it into that ankle cross like one-legged pigeon, but we're not going to settle there yet, right? So your inhale, uncross, squeeze that leg up. Exhale, cross, just touch ankle, that's it. And then inhale, uncross, lift that knee higher. And exhale, cross over it one more time. Inhale, uncross, bring that knee up. I like to pulse it, so I'm going to pulse a little bit. And exhale, barely touch. Now let it settle here. So let that right, because you contracted it through that time, this release should feel kind of nice, yeah? Flex the foot and find your one-legged pigeon stretch here. Halfway down, hands to chair. You rest on your elbows, you can fold it. Right arm can go between the legs. Great. You can take little searches, left and right. Find your best stretch. There. I actually feel it if I turn my torso in a twist over to the right, and I take my right hand and I press this leg. I'm going to roll the flesh out, and there's where I feel it. And every day is different. So much of this practice is really just knowing your body, and listening to your body, tuning in. When our minds are flittered around throughout the day, especially in those noise and business world, we're not paying attention to ourselves, right? And we turn it up. Uncross, shake it out. That's our other side. So reset. And our inhale, the left leg comes up. And I just like to pulse it because it just feels really good. Spread your toes. As you exhale, just an ankle touch. Just a touch. No weight in the leg. Just a little boop, boop. And inhale. Up and pulse. A long breath. And touch. Inhale in. And touch. Maybe do one more. Let's do one more. And exhale, touch. And now let it settle. Open up that hip. Flex your foot, spread your toes. And find your stretch on this side, which might be very different than the other side. Yes, sir, sometimes. So I feel the stretch here. I'm going to keep exploring just to see if I can feel a better one. Sometimes those tight spots hide. So this is where I feel the best stretch on this side. Left hand rolling the flesh out. Breathing. Think about all that stuff that gets to get released when we open our bodies, when we breathe through our bodies. A little cloud of energy around you growing stronger, brighter, bigger. We're sleeping at the edge, holding something we don't need. And walk it up. Ooh, uncross, shake it out. Alright. So we're going to move into a standing position, coming up. And I had played with this earlier. I actually have to put my chair in a strange kind of angle so that I have the room to fully extend in the pose. You're going to come to face the back of your chair. I have to stick mine in the corner so I have the space. But what's going to happen is when you have enough room to have your hands on the back of your chair to extend flat out in a 90-degree angle and to have a leg extend all the way back, which is why that wall here I have to turn to diagonal. Yeah, my leg will probably disappear from the camera shot, but that's okay. Alright, you're facing the back of your chair, just make sure you can see me. Your hands on the back of the chair, and the hands are open, right? They're not going to grip, or they're going to try not to grip. You want to practice that extension and opening of the hands. I put my palms on it. And you're going to walk it back and find a 90-degree angle of the body, so it's not down dog. Press into the palms, try to extend the tailbone out behind you a little bit more. Feel your spine lengthen. Feet together, toes forward. We're doing good. You're taking your right leg and just sweep it up as much as you can. So it's a warrior 3 position, and that foot can always be just an inch off the ground if having it about hip high is too much. How we do it. You're feeling the work of the standing leg. You're feeling the work of the arms. Notice if one arm is bent. Keep both arms straight and try to keep the weight in your arms even. Your inhale, extend through that right leg. As you exhale, you're going to tuck that right knee in, kind of round your back a little bit, and just try to bring that knee as close up to your face as you can. Inhale, extend it back, warrior 3. Exhale, curl in. Your standing leg is going to have to soften a little bit and bend. Let's go one more time. Inhale, extend, open and back. Exhale, curl in. Now here, take that right foot to step it down in front of you, kind of underneath your chest. Stand up. Here, I'm going to shift. Kind of like this. And we're going to bring the left leg, step it forward, right foot, step it back, and find yourself sort of like pyramid, yeah? You can keep your hands on your chair, you can come down your forearms, your elbows, but just start to kind of fold a little bit here. Tailbone extends behind you. Hips are squared, kind of squeeze through the inner thighs a little bit. And if you want more, your front toes can pick up, and you can even bend that back knee a little bit and dip. And that's going to give you a bigger stretch. You can always alternate and play. I like to do little hip wiggles. Breathe. Some kind of magic happens late at night when the moon smiles down at me. And then we're going to come just come up any way you can. Yeah? Alright, so let's do the other side. I'm going to turn in this diagonal to see what happens. I didn't play with this angle earlier. Alright, so other side, hands on your chair. Try not to grip if we can avoid it. Imagine taking that life skill right here with you when you drive. Right? When you get stressed when you drive, do you tend to grip your steering wheel? Can we practice keeping the hands relaxed when you drive? Yeah, or as relaxed as you can. Walk it back. 90 degrees, but notice if you tend to create sway backs. I have that horrible habit too. I have to really be aware of pulling my ribs and my core in and to activate here. Because if you sway back, it kind of collapses that core contraction. So pull it in. For this pose anyway. So find your just lengthening again. Tailbone reaching back. That space in the spine. Those kind of stories. And feet together, toes forward. Left leg, bring it up. Hey, it works. Warrior 3. It's very common here that you'll lean into one arm more than the other, or one elbow will bend, one shoulder will try to lift up, try to keep everything as even as it was when the foot was down. Now, if that means the foot doesn't go up as far, that's okay. So inhale, extending through that back leg. As you exhale, curl it in. Try to bring that knee up into the nose as much as possible. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, curl in. And one more time. Inhale, extend. And exhale, curl. From here, bring that foot down. Coming up. And it's the right foot that now comes in front of you, and the left foot kind of extends back. And then just start to come down forward as much as you can. And my chair back is really high, so some of you will probably have a lower one. You probably have down a little bit more. And then play with it, yeah? You can open those legs a little bit wider if you wanted. You can wiggle the hips a little bit. Try to bring a little squeeze into the inner thighs. A little play around the tailbone. Front toes can pick up, back knee can bend, and you can dip. You can do the opposite, front knee bend, and then you get more stretch in your back leg and that calf. So play, play, play. Breathe. Feeling everything in your body. Ooh, in this practice. And then we're going to walk it out. Nice. So you're going to turn sideways. We're going to do side bends. So however you need to turn sideways, where your fingertips are just barely on the chair. And we're not leaning into the chairs, not yet. Toes forward, feet together, outside arm. Inhale to lift. And exhale, now side bend. Put some weight into that palm. Reach. We're going to try not to grip. Look up to the sky. If you can. Inhale. Up. 2 more. Exhale. Reach. Inhale. Open. And exhale. One more time. Extend a little bit deeper. Inhale to lift. And down. Good. Spin it around or spin your chair around, however you want to take it. Little squeeze in your sit bone muscles. Outside arm. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Reach it over. And if we can, gaze up. Press your hips outward to the side. Inhale, center. Squeeze your butt. Exhale. Reach a little deeper. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your butt. Inhale. Open. One more time. Exhale. Bigger. And inhale. Face to the back of the chair. We're going to use this chair back to support us and we move into a king dancer balance. From here, stand tall and bend your right knee. We're taking the right hand to grab the foot. Now, a little cheat. If the hand doesn't find the foot, a little cheat is to take a scarf or a yoga strap and then just wrap it around the foot, right? That's a little cheat for you if you need it. Now, we have 2 options in this king dancer. I like to grab the inside of the foot with the palm facing outward, the inside elbow facing outward, roll your shoulder back. Some people like to flip it the other way, having the hand grab the outside of the foot, the shoulder is rolled a little forward, and the weenus, the end of the elbow part is facing outward. So choose which one you like, forward or back. I like back. I think it gets a lot more space. And then we start to kick those toes up and use that chair to help keep your balance. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Any amount. You don't even have to keep holding it if you don't want to. You can stay up there for a little bit and come down to rest anytime. Give yourself one more inhale. Kick those toes up a little bit more. Open the heart. And gently bring it down. Take it down if you need to. Other side when you're ready. Left knee bends. Left hand finds the foot, using strap if you need to. Inside the foot or outside the foot. And kick those toes back. Beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they more. Breathe. And just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. What's nice is that when you have something to hold on to in balance poses, it lets you take the balance pose further because you're not so unstable, not so worried about the falling, right? So I don't know if you felt that you took it probably deeper than you're used to in that pose. All right, we're going to face the seat of the chair. And we're going to find kind of like three-legged down dog with our elbows on the chair seat. Use cushions if needed. You're going to come down. If there has to be hands, that's fine. If you can, come down to the elbows. Have those feet. They don't have to be directly under your hips. You can be a tiny bit step back if you want to. I like to have it just sort of in the middle. Pull back or forward. Your head can almost rest onto the chair if you like. We're going to bring that right leg up, just the same way you did a second ago. But this time you're going to roll the hip open and roll the hip closed. So your inhale, roll it open, even the elbows down, and exhale, roll it closed as much as possible. Try to turn that foot all the way over to the other side. Yeah. And the next time you roll the hip open, stay there and bend that knee. So it's kind of like you're like a dog or similar to standing split. You can even pull the hips back more if you want a bigger stretch. Another option here is to turn your head to the left and look at those right toes if possible. You can look under the arm, looking for a little stretch in the neck. And return the foot down. You can just fold here. You can open the legs, bend the knees, wiggle, just a little release. We'll do the other side. Left leg, lift. And just moving the hip isolation first. So inhale, the hip rolls open, the leg kind of swings back maybe as much as it can. And then the exhale, you close the hip. Try to close it so much that that back thigh, knee, and foot can actually rotate the opposite direction. And inhale, so it opens up, and exhale, you close it out. Keep going, your breath. Keep my hands on myself. The next time you roll the hip open, stay there, bend the knee. And very similar to what you would do in a down dog. Maybe look under the right arm and see those toes. You don't have to. This variation of a three-legged dog, it just takes all that weight out of the hands and the wrists. There's not so much pressure in your shoulders. A lot gentler on the upper body. And return it down to center. Nice. Coming back up. Let's spend some time on our backs today. So we're going to go ahead and come on down to our sit bones. You're going to bring your legs up onto, a little bit up. There we go. Bring your legs up onto your chair. Laying back. So starting with a one-legged pigeon here, taking the right ankle, top of the left thigh, you're going to let that right hand press. Thigh out and open and away from you. If you need more, start to walk the left knee closer in toward your body, but still press the right thigh out and away. Breathe. And let it release. Right foot comes back onto the chair. Recenter. Pressing into the legs just the way they are. Bring a little lift in the tailbone. So kind of like you're picking your hips up off the mat, maybe about 2 inches or so. You could probably slide your hands underneath of that low spine space. The hips are up. And just that can feel good, or you can give a little wiggle left and right as we're up off the ground. And let the hips come down. Right, we'll do that again. Left ankle, top of the right thigh, and your left hand pressing into that left thigh. Open it up. Flex this left foot, spread the toes. Always been told that the good can never. If you need that extra, start to walk the right leg closer in, and keep that left hand pressure. So I wait to break each memory down as they pass by. We both make our mistakes, and I know that there's no telling why. That dreams away. And let it release. Walk it forward. And again, press into the legs of the chair. You don't need to use your core a little bit to kind of tilt that tailbone up. Tucking the tailbone in like you would for your cat pose. Maybe a little wiggle if it feels good. The world spins on the same old song. I'm singing. I miss my feet with nothing to let it come down. So from here, we're going to take the right leg and straighten it. So you can use the chair as a brace to kind of help support the leg and really work on straightening legs. For some people, this is a lot of challenge and a lot of stretch. If you're feeling good, use your hands and help bring the leg closer into your body, just until you feel, again, that stretch. All you're ever looking for in the practice is sensation. Explore freely, so you can roll the ankle around, you can move the leg around, little circles, or just tick-tock side to side. Always been told. As you're exploring the stretch in this right leg, you also have the option to push into the chair and lift that tailbone up again. Now sometimes that can feel really good and give you a little extra space to bring that leg really close into your body, almost like you were lifting up and going to a plow, right? So you can play with the tailbone going up and down. So you'll get that leg extension. You'll get this little sacral spine release and stretch and tuck. And there's that little bit of work in the left leg and a little bit of work in the core. And then we're going to take this right leg and open it to like a half happy baby. So bend the right knee out and use one or both hands up onto the foot or leg and kind of help draw the knee toward the floor. Breathe. So you're hopefully getting a nice opening into the right hip and a little stretch in here into the right thigh. You have an option, of course, to always straighten that leg out to the side if you need a little extra extension, extra stretch. And that leg can go straight out to the side, similar to a straddle. You can go up by the head, depending on what you're needing. And then bring the knee into the chest as much as you can. Give a little hug. And switch. Hopefully that right leg really feels very different than the left. Left leg, straighten it up. And right, even just here, you can roll ankle, you can slide the leg along the chair edge and play. If you're able to, breathe this leg in. Breathe. If it feels good, play with that tailbone lift. Creating more space, more sensation. And spread your toes. Will they walk it, show us how, my darling, who sold the truth? Wherefrom will it bloom? To the story as we shape it for each other, brother, sister, what we choose. Then let this knee open out, and just like half happy baby. And because you only do one leg, because the other leg is up in the position that it's in, you might be able to get that left knee all the way to the ground. Maybe, maybe not. If you need it, you can straighten that leg up close to the head, out to the side like a straddle. And what does your body need? It feels good. I will be the core. I will call the rain. I will call the rain. I'll fetch the water. What's really nice about this is the leg that's up high. The whole time, this leg is in a nice inversion. Right? Really restorative for the foot, feet, ankles, knees, thighs. Take this left knee into the chest, give it a hug, closing everything off. And return it up. Roll out those ankles, little toes. And let's go into our just a little reclining twist, and then we'll go into our Shavasana. So open arms, take these legs, and just do one at a time if you want, but just let them drop over to the right. Head goes left, and twist. You can always cross a leg over the other if you need more, or take your own favorite variation. Big breath through the body. Invoke all that healing energy. Return through center to realign. And then drop the legs over to the left, head to the right. Breathe your twist. And returning up to center. If you need anything in last pose, take it. We're going to go ahead and move into our Shavasana here. And of course, you can always take your Shavasana more traditional or up sitting if you prefer. Arms open out from the body. Again, have the legs in a position that's very comfortable to you. You feel like they can just sort of relax where they are. Rest at the center, the back of your head. Take a moment to wiggle your jaw. Open your mouth big. Stretch out the face, any tension you might have been holding in the jaw. Let go of any last restlessness or fidgeting, and just allow your body to melt and grow heavy. We continue that focus and attention to our own energy, our own vibration, our own breath. Have that beautiful healing cloud of energy all around you and beneath you. As you inhale, you draw it in, let it in, surrendering, opening. You exhale, you give it back, sharing, replenishing. Begin to move your breath fuller and deeper. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Roll your wrists and your ankles. A little rocking of your head side to side. Maybe a stretch over the head. And then we bring the knees in any amount and roll over to either side of the body. Slowly making your way up to any comfortable sitting position, even if it's in the chair. And there's a little bit of science behind that cloud of energy. Every creature carries around it a little cloud of microbacteria, a little flora that's unique to your own chemistry. And some believe that photos of auras are captured or light reflecting from your special little dust cloud. It's also believed that sometimes your microbes react with other people's. And sometimes that is believed as why you might be attracted to somebody else's energy or repelled before you even talk to them. There's your own chemistry, your own bacteria around you that you hold that reacts with others. It's just a very fun idea to take with you and play with. As we inhale, let the arms reach up to the sky and stretch tall. Exhale, hands at the heart. And we share with each other. Namaste.